are going to move and see the beauty in the seasons of our lives, one thing we must pay attention to, or the things we must pay attention to, are factors that affect the outcome of children and individuals in life. The man will understand it. When we look at it, we find out that every individual is a product of two major factors. Number one is the personality of that individual. We're talking about the temperament, the emotional makeup of that individual. And the other factor is the environment of the individual. When we talk about the environment can be very broad. But for the simplicity of this occasion, I'd like to limit environment to what we call parents and teachers as the environment that is a major determinant in the outcome of our children. Now we have an understanding that no matter how potent a seed is, if the seed is dropped in a wrong environment, it has entered into a serious trouble. Not for any weakness in the seed, but in the challenge of the environment. Let me explain this to us very quickly. Every type of seed requires a particular kind of environment for it to grow. For example, the cocoa seed cannot grow just anywhere. It has to be in a place where supply, the humidity of the environment and other factors will be right for it to be able to bring forth. So also, when we are looking at planting groundnuts, the environment for the groundnut is different from the environment for rice. All of them are seeds, all of them are plants, but the productivity is greatly limited or enhanced by the type of environment that you put that seed in. All our children here, we see them at this point of infancy. We look at them and they are seeds. Right now, we can't tell what they are. We look at them, we see children. But as far as God is concerned, He has put seeds of greatness in all of these children, and everyone waiting to germinate. But we also know that it is God's responsibility to put the seed of greatness, but it is man's responsibility to cultivate the seed. Man must cultivate the ground for the seed to grow, but God is the one that created the seed. No man created any seed. Every tree, every plant was created by God. But after God finished creation, He put inside the plant something that He calls seed. But after He has gone, man will not need to call Him and say, "Wait, well, the trees of the earth are finishing. Can you come and start creation again?" By virtue of the gift of the seed, man can continue from where God stops. What am I trying to say? Give the gifts in the children, but we are responsible for the environment that will challenge and bring out the harvest or the fruit we desire in our children. There is no child that is good and there is no child that is bad. Environment will make a child good, environment can make a child bad. I looked at, I saw something on the social media. There was this female journalist, and I can't remember if it was in Ethiopia she was, or one of those war, I think it was in Somalia, one of those war-torn countries. And she saw this child that was malnourished with kwashiorkor, stomach very large, head very big, very thin limbs, and she took a liking to this dying child, and In that picture, she was giving this child water to drink. Fast forward 13 years later, this was an infant. The boy was like maybe 2 or 3 or something. I can't tell. I didn't get the data of the child. Maybe the child was like 3 or 4. Then fast forward 10 years or so later, this is the picture of this woman with this child. You can never believe that it's the same child. The woman has adopted the child, relocated the child from that one-time environment, and took the child to America. Was it Sweden or so? If you have read it, you can correct me. Well, America took the child. Now you see this child, he didn't resemble that picture of the child that was malnourished and almost dead. What is the difference between this boy at this age when he was malnourished and getting closer to the grave, and now where he's looking intelligent? The difference is that somebody provided the environment. In this environment, the child will have died premature. You will never know that anything good can come out of the child. But a woman took responsibility, changed the environment of the child, moved the child this way, and now we are seeing a productive citizen growing up to be a blessing to his nation. If you have even survived here, you probably have survived to become maybe a gang leader or something, a warlord. But over here, this is a peaceful child ready to explore potentials inside of his life. The difference was in the environment that was provided. I'm using this story to challenge our minds. I'm not here to preach to us today, but I just want to challenge our minds that as we look at these children today, nobody can specifically say for sure that the president will come out from here. We can't tell how many members of parliament will come out from here. We can't tell how many engineers will come out. We can't even tell the doctors that we are mad from here, that we save lives that should have died premature. We can't tell